That's right. Did you think of that? Folks, my name is Greg Silva. I do a website called sex-religion-politics.com. I also do a podcast called the SRP Radio Podcast, which is Sex, Religion, Politics from the point of view of the little guy, the other 1%. So this is a piece from these archives. I got to get a few things off my chest. First off, I'm attracted to politically conservative women. What's up with that? I'm a liberal. Second, I'm a recovering fixaholic. And by that I mean when I was younger, I used to try to fix women. You know how women talk about wanting to be listened to by their man. When they come to him with a problem, they don't always want him to fix it, they just want him to listen, right? Well, from the man's point of view, he's thinking, well, heck, what good does that do? Wouldn't you feel better if I just fixed the problem? Turns out, no, I wouldn't fix the woman. I just want you to listen to me. I just want you to hold me. That doesn't make any sense, does it, guys? Well, over the years, I've come across more than a few women who can't be bothered with my problems. As a matter of fact, the older I get, the more I find that men empathize with me and women don't. But then why should they? What do they know about being a man? And why would they even want to know if they're fully engaged in being a woman? Now, I think you already know where this is going, but let's get back for a moment to the notion of empathizing. St. Paul said, rejoice with them that do rejoice and weep with them that weep. Romans 12:15. The problem with this is that it requires effort. And who has the time these days? A few years ago, I was courting a fine Christian gal from Michigan. She asked me how I was doing one day, and I gave her the wrong answer. I wasn't doing well. I was deeply troubled because I was going broke, and I didn't know what to do about it. The economy, as you know, was horrible. Jobs were drying up faster than California. I felt like I had been dropped in the middle of an ocean in a fog, and I hadn't a clue as to which way to swim. Her response was that I needed to get right with God. And suddenly I had a vision of her standing before Jesus hanging on the cross. Would she say that to him? Part of the problem, of course, was I was trying to seduce a woman while I was going broke. And what woman wants to sleep with a man who's broke and depressed unless she's getting paid for it? Besides, without money or sense of humor, I had no currency. But she was no whore and I'm nobody's trick. What she really meant was that she had no room in her soul for my pain. She had all she could bear, what with 2 kids and no husband. Lord knows I don't stop for every bum, and neither did he. The Lord, I mean. To paraphrase Mark 6:31, Jesus said, Christ, won't these people ever leave me alone? Earlier I asked, why should women even try to empathize with men? And by implication, why should men simply listen to their women? That is, feel their pain without trying to fix their problems. A German philosopher named Martin Buber wrote a book called Ich und Du, which loosely translated means me and you. Don't bother, I know, I'm getting there. We have a literary person in the audience. Thank you. I'm getting there, but thank you for stealing my line. Anyway, okay, so I say that it means me and you. We can argue after I'm done, thank you. Don't bother reading it. Everything you need to know is in the title. Just think on it for a while. Kind of like with the power of now. All you got to do is think, there's power in focusing my mind on the present moment. And there you have it. Why bother reading the book? Another in the avalanche of self-help books from the 80s. You don't have to suffer. Oh, okay. Well, thank you. No need to read the book now. Famous New Age book from the 90s. Wherever you go, there you are. Really? For the life of me, I don't know why these guys take the time to write a book and then give away everything in the title. It would be like naming The Sixth Sense The Little Boy and His Imaginary Friend. Or like naming the Titanic, well, the Titanic. But anyway, the basic idea in me and you, or I and thou, I am thou. I am thou. I am thou. as it's typically translated, thank you, is that we derive our sense of meaning, whatever sense of meaning there is to be derived, from our relationships with others. Another way of putting it is, I need you, and you need me. Men need women, and women need men. And I'm not talking about any of that Jerry Maguire sentimental claptrap. No, I mean that men and women are attracted to each other in part because we recognize ourselves in each other. And we leap at the opportunity to connect with the me in you. Ever notice how when dogs are being walked, they get all excited when they see another dog? Now that other dog can be a block away and immediately they both start pulling hard, desperate to meet each other, to sniff each other, to bite each other, to play, to fight, to fuck. And I'm not just talking about the humans either.
Great ending line.
Performer number 2
All right, thanks.
is the man who co-hosts